Thank you for joining me to discuss our program Preparing STEM Teachers at Hope College. This is supported by a grant from the Michigan Space Grant Consortium. I am Susan Ipri Brown, the Director of Explore Hope Academic Outreach and Assistant Professor of Engineering Instruction. This was our staff this summer. These are pre-service teachers who will be there for the next generation of scientists and engineers and our general population. What can we do to make sure they are best prepared to keep that energy and excitement that they currently have for teaching and to make as much of an impact as they can on their students? Preparing STEM Teachers creates a wraparound program to our summer camp program aimed at dedicated experiential learning for these pre-service teachers. The program is 8 weeks long, 2 weeks of training, 6 weeks of them in the classroom with students. There is continual mentoring and observation of the students with a focus on content creation, classroom management, and implementing inquiry hands-on approaches. It is based in the framework at Hope College of experiential learning and career discernment, where students first discover what it is that they are interested as their vocation. They are provided the opportunities to prepare through experiential learning and strong mentoring opportunities, and empowered to pursue that career. Our training is very collaborative, situational, and embedded in the classroom activities that they will actually be doing with the camps, so that they know that the time that they are putting into this is going to be implemented very shortly after that. We also use peer-to-peer mentoring with our advanced teachers who have been there multiple summers. Summer is a short time frame for content creation, so they are given a framework, but then they are given that opportunity to adapt so that they can find their style and they can find different ways to experiment to find their comfort level and their presentation style. They are very much encouraged to apply their education classwork and the flexibility to try a range of opportunities. Camps have a lot of potential to impact the students in a low pressure situation for these pre-service teachers to learn. A lot of time is also spent on classroom management with continual feedback while they're actually with the students. Lots of conversation at what it means of diverse learners and many definitions of diverse, how they learn, what their background is, what their socioeconomic status is, what is their racial makeup, how is it that they can pay attention in the classroom, and what are techniques when you have a classroom with such diversity. We talk a lot about management, both of listening time and students in project time. When students are doing projects and inquiry-based learning, it can be a very active classroom, a very busy classroom. How do they prepare to manage that and know when it is a good excitement and when it needs to change? So again, that focus is on getting them comfortable with inquiry-based techniques. The more you work with these open-ended teaching structures, the more confident you are, and the higher chance that our pre-service teachers will implement these in their own classroom. It gives them advantage of leadership in the classroom, their own mentoring opportunities. And we make sure they understand how to do inquiry learning with real-world applications and what that means at different age levels so that the lessons they are developing are age appropriate. We spend time as well with place-based learning. It's vital that teachers understand the resources that are available outside the classroom that can enhance what they're doing in the classroom, how they find those experiences, how they find those resources, what does it mean to build community partners? And then once you create those opportunities, how do you let them allow students to have self-directed learning? And how do you guide your students through that? That leads to understanding students' authenticity as well with their learning, allowing the students to speak their experience, to ask their questions, to follow the path of their own inquiry. And then once they have done that, how do they present that? How are they masters of the second of their moment? And that may be PowerPoint presentations, posters, social media. But research certainly shows that when students are allowed to present their authentic learning, their retention rate, their confidence increases as well. These are middle school students doing a research poster session. So in their words, science camps over-prepared me for a career in teaching. Beyond simply the teaching experience, and provided an opportunity for classroom management, curriculum development, thinking on my feet, and preparing for the unexpected. I'm immersed in exhausting, wonderful experience that is unmatched. Every day surprises me and intrigues me. Working with a diverse staff is highly beneficial. Working with people I had never met before. The science camp itself is designed to empower college students to step out of our comfort zones and exceed our personal expectations. We learned a lot this summer from wrapping this program around the camp structure. We have some strong modifications to make with our evaluation. We started with the student-teacher framework, but obviously there's structural differences, so we learned a lot about how we can be more effective with this in the future. We also have some work to do to tie with the changing requirements coming out of the Department of Education. And we're especially interested in focusing on field placement with our Department of Education and making sure we're truly matched in those experiences and needs for the students. Thank you so much for listening today, and many thanks to the Michigan Space Grant Consortium for their support.